Good morning on a Thursday. I'm meteorologist Rod Hill coming to you from the KGW weather office. Big story is all that wildfire smoke on this Thursday morning that started to come in yesterday. And if you notice on the left, everything shaded in gray is an air quality alert from Salem up through Portland, up into Kelso, Longview, some extension out on the west side into Washington County. But for the most part, this is I-5 and then right off to the east, including out toward Mount Hood and out into the West Gorge. The Weather Service has this alert up through 8 o'clock this evening. And that makes sense because we are expecting some thinning of the smoke this evening into overnight. And again, much of this is wildfire smoke that's coming from that fire burning up around Mount Adams, and to some lesser extent, some of the other smaller fires in the gorge. The wind flows turned northeast. That happened yesterday. The smoke started to come in, and it could be even thicker at times today, but certainly you'll notice more smoggy, smoky conditions looking to the east, less to the west. Okay, so that's going on today. And then this is exciting. I'm still tracking this much cooler weather pattern that could be with us for a good week or more. We start to cool down this weekend, and then Monday's the first day that, bam, we're really into the cooler weather with highs in the 70s. And then blue, this is that air mass tracking map at 5,000 feet. You can see the cooler air overtaking western Washington and pushing all the way across Oregon and northern California, parts of Nevada. So this is still an impressive cool down that we're tracking for next week. And maybe, fingers crossed, we would have very few days approaching 90, if any at all, the remainder of August. I mean, it's early in the month. I would say the odds of that changing are pretty significant, but right now the news is looking very, very promising. Okay, let's get you going with the live sky cams. This is 8:15 this morning, and I want you to notice out in the gorge from the Elk Ridge golf course in Carson on the Washington side of the gorge, you can definitely see noticeable haze. There's Wind Mountain, and you can see it laying down at times. But then if you look over downtown Portland, this is from the Portland Spirit landing camera looking back to the west across the Willamette and the Tilcomb Crossing. That's not that bad. Air quality reports this morning were a mix of good and moderate. Again, it's worse if you look off to the east, but overall, maybe we get through today with things not getting out of hand, but certainly you're going to notice that wildfire smoke. Quick shout out to the Momentous Wealth podcast. I just checked, and the latest version is one that came out July 30th, and it's entitled A Mid-Year Market Checkup. Clearly, a lot of things have happened to the investment market since I said June 30th. I meant July 30th, since July 30th. So keep checking, and I'm sure Todd's Pisarcik's team will get some new uploads here soon. But again, you can listen on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, and there's a whole library of investing topics meant to educate you. That's the Momentous Wealth podcast. Easy to search, easy to find. Okay. Here is the KGW Futurecast smoke model. And this is 8:10 this morning. And notice up here before I play it, see that big orange cluster? The orange colors are the individual plumes from fires that are being picked up by the Futurecast smoke model. So this is where most of our smoke is coming from. This is a smoke fire burning in timber up around Mount Adams, and it's really a big smoke producer. Now, everything in yellow, to a lesser extent, is wildfire smoke. And then when you get into the blue colors, you have maybe some noticeable haze, but not much at all. So I'm going to play this through the day. I'm going to stop it at noon. Look at that. That's increasing thick smoke in orange over Portland. But then notice as the movie plays into this evening, the thicker smoke already starting to thin out. And then here come the blue colors. That's the absence of the smoke this evening. This will play another time. You'll get to see it. But if this is true, west and northwest winds will pick up this evening into the overnight and will clear out the smoke. Here's the clearing pattern once again coming in right there. And we'll wake up tomorrow morning with pretty much a smoke-free sky, at least no thick smoke, and we'll get back to blue sky conditions, and then we have the cool down into the weekend. So we need to get through today with the temperatures expected to be up into the 90s, and then the chance that at times over Portland, especially to the east, we have the thick wildfire haze. All right, let's track that change into the cooler air pattern that could be with us the rest of the month. Been talking about this for the last few videos. This is this afternoon. Upper level strong ridge all the way into Canada. It's one of the reasons that we're now heating up. The wildfire smoke and haze, if it's thick enough, acts like cloud cover and will actually hold the temperature below forecast levels. Yesterday, we made it to 88. It looked like we could be 90 to 91. Today I'm going mid 90s, maybe only in the upper 90s if the smoke thickens up. So we'll see. But what I really want to do is play this forward. So we still have a day tomorrow that we could hit 90 degrees. And then the weekend certainly looks to be cooler with temperatures only in the 80s. And then here's Monday. So notice the upper level trough that's digging in. This is still a 500 millibar height that's higher than a 576 contour pressure. So I don't think we have a legitimate rain chance, but certainly we could have some morning clouds Monday and or Tuesday morning. And certainly this is a cooler pattern that could hold us shy of 80 degrees. So this is the start of next week. Here we are into Tuesday. And then if I play this, there's a secondary reinforcing trough. See this blue color that's coming in midweek from the northwest. Definitely keeps the hot weather away. This is Thursday morning of next week. So see the yellow over Texas? See this contour? Watch my cursor. The upper level high that's over Nevada and Salt Lake City today pushes all the way back into Texas next week. That shoves out the threat of any hot 90s. And again, we're dominating by this cooler trough that's going to feed increasing maritime air off of the 50-degree Pacific waters. And again, we could have several days next week where we don't even hit 80 degrees. And that pattern holds true. Here's Friday of next week. Now, let's go back and check out the contouring. 585, 582, 79, 70. Okay. So you can make the case that next week, this is Friday, August 16th, there's a legitimate shower chance. All right. So cooler weather that could lead to a shower chance. So if you have plans, not this weekend, but the following weekend, you want to keep updated on the forecast because the shower chance could linger into Saturday. The bigger story, I mean, any rain is great, right? The bigger story I'm tracking is that this is cool weather through Wednesday, August 21st. Now here comes that upper level high. It was all the way over into Texas. Now it's strengthening. It's moving back up into Colorado. Ridge is arcing up into Wyoming. But right now, if this is true, it holds off. Here's Friday, the 23rd of August. That high's holding off over New Mexico and Colorado. And we're getting back in air that might be mid 80s at most if you just eyeball the upper level charts. And again, this goes all the way through the 23rd day of August. So maybe the back half of August, or at least a nice stretch starting this weekend, next week, is going to be really comfortable. We'll get a break from what was a tremendously hot July. All right. I want to show you what some of the forecast temperatures are around the state. So quick update. Let's go down to Medford. Forecast high today, 100. Wildfire, smoke, haze. There's that whole cluster of wildfires burning still in the Southern Oregon Cascades, 97 tomorrow. And then even down in Medford, you back off 100 today, but only around 90 to start next week. So good news there. All right. We like to go out to Bend, beautiful Central Oregon. Absolutely areas of wildfire, haze, and smoke today, 91. And then you jump to next week, 84, 83, 84. Boy, if you have vacation in Central Oregon next week, if you could be smoke-free in the low to mid 80s, boy, that is a dream forecast for this time of the year, without question. Let's bounce it up to Seattle. 87 today, hazy tomorrow, 89. And then Seattle's down to the 70s to start next week with a mix of kind of partly cloudy conditions with that upper level trough kind of swinging in. Very comfortable weather. Maybe there are some rain chances up in Seattle next week. North Bend, let's see here, mainly 60s. Areas of morning clouds, afternoon sun primarily. Is Newport about the same? Yeah, about the same. Does show a partly sunny 70-degree day Wednesday of next week. So we'll keep an eye on that. And then let's go to Salem. 94 wildfire haze today. Probably not as bad as Salem. Much improved sunny forecast tomorrow. Still 92, and this still has Salem 90 on Saturday, and then cooling down into the low 80s to start next week, which would be really nice. And here's my updated Portland 7-day forecast. So yesterday it was 88. Today I'm going 94, thinking even if the wildfire smoke thickens up early afternoon and holds thick for a few hours in the mid-afternoon, we'll still at least make it to 90. So we'll see. The air quality advisory goes out the door at 8 o'clock. Westerly breezes overnight, clearing us out. Tomorrow it should be a nice day, 90 for a high, and then noticeably more comfortable. 86 Saturday, 83 Sunday, not looking at much noticeable wildfire smoke. And then partly cloudy skies, 79 Monday, 77 Tuesday. I had us 81 on Wednesday, but some of that information I just showed you would indicate that maybe Wednesday is also shy of 80. Certainly a run of comfortable days. So that is your update. I'm meteorologist Rod Hill here in the Portland, Vancouver area, and I will talk to you soon.